Hello guys, this is Skill Dimension. We make short videos on latest and popular technologies, and this is a Java interview question series. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hello guys, today we'll look into the differences between string builder and string buffer. So this is a very popular Java interview question, and let's get started. So first point is that string is immutable. We cannot change the strings or the string objects that are created. Here this is mutable, and if we look into string buffer, this is also mutable. We can change these. So let's see these in the code to make our understanding better. So this is just a class that I created, and I am creating a string called append string. So here I just created a normal string that is of string class. Okay, and here I am appending this append string to this normal string variable. Okay, then I'm checking the reference. Okay, now let's run this program. Okay, so we see the output is false. It's because whenever we make changes to a string, we are trying to append another string here, right? Then this leads to creation of new string object. So after appending, this s2 is having some other reference that is different from normal string. Okay, so this proves that our string is immutable. Now let's try the same thing on string builder. Here I created a variable of string builder with a builder value and a string builder appended variable which gets the value after appending the append string, which is string. Okay, then we are checking whether this first variable will have the same reference. Okay, so this will prove that this class is mutable. We can change the value and still the reference remains same. Okay, now let me just comment this code and try to run it. Okay, so it says here true. So we saw it earlier that here we were getting it false because whenever we try to add or append a string with another string, then it leads to creation of a new string object. But here there is no new string object is getting created because we checked the reference. These both are referring to the same string object. Okay, after this we'll try to do the same thing with string buffer. Here also we created two variables. One is having value buffer, the other is getting value after it is appended with our append string. Okay, we'll check again for the reference whether there is new object created or not. If a new object is created here, then this will give us false. Like here we got as false, but here we didn't get as false, we got true because no new object was created. Now let's try the same thing with buffer. Let me just comment it and do a run. So here also we are getting true. Okay, so this also proves that string buffer is mutable. We can change or append the string value and the reference doesn't get changed. If you want to know about how this double equals is checking for reference instead of values, you can check the other video which explains what is the difference between double equal and dot equals. Now coming back to our whiteboard, we got to know that string is immutable while string builder and string buffer are mutable. So if these two are mutable, then what should we use while writing our programs? So for this we have another difference, that is string buffer is thread safe. Okay, and string builder is not thread safe. So whenever you are using multi-threading in your programs, you should use string buffer, and in cases where there is a single threaded execution, you should use string builder. Okay, now let's see what we mean by this thread safe and if we can see it anywhere. So coming back to our program, we have these append method of string builder class. Okay, we can see it is just like a normal method. Okay, if we see the append method of StringBuffer class, it is having this word synchronized. This means that if there are two or more threads using the same method or accessing the same method, they will not enter it at once. Okay, only one thread will be able to access this method at a time. But in case of string builder, there is no synchronized. So more than one thread will be able to use or access this method at the same time. So this can lead to some discrepancies or a output that is different from what you expected. So you should not use string builder in case of multi-threaded execution. Now coming back to our whiteboard, there is a third point also. It is that performance of string builder is better than string buffer. Okay, but as we all are engineers, we want proof of this statement. So to see the proof, let's jump back to our IntelliJ. So here I created a class called builder buffer compare and a method which will just append the string. It is a very small string, but I am iterating the loop at a very large number of times. Okay, now let me create two strings or a variable of string builder and a string buffer. Okay, now I'm using this simple method to calculate the performance, that is to taking the time just before our append method and just after it. Okay, so at first we are sending the string builder. For the second one, we are doing the same thing by sending a string buffer. Okay, now let us see the execution. So here we can see that time for a string builder is 376 millisecond and for a string buffer it is 510 millisecond. So this proves that string builder performance wise is better than string buffer. So we got all these points, guys, so it may be a bit confusing to use which string class for our requirements. Okay, so for this we can just have some reference points. Okay, so first it is that for string we should use strings whenever the string will be constant throughout the program. Okay, so when you are using any string, you are not going to append or delete anything in it, then it is best to use string. Okay, in case of string builder, if the string is going to be changed a lot, okay, and it is a single threaded execution, then it is best to use string builder. Also it is faster, right? Okay, in case of string buffer, this should be used when there is a multi-threaded execution. Okay, so I hope these points would have made this understanding of string builder and string buffer a bit better for you, and this will help you prepare better for the interviews also. So guys, do let us know what you feel about the video, and also let us know if you want video on any particular question. So that's all guys from Skill Dimension.